Alright, welcome. Today we're going to be doing FunBox2. So this is again on VulnHub. So I made directory 4, I'll CD into FunBox2. And we'll go ahead and we'll start off our mmap scan. Let me kind of get this a little bigger for you guys. There we go. Mmap, boom, 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 boom. Actually, let me do my net discover. I don't know what the heck the IP address is. Sudo net discover. And we'll, at the same time, like usual, so you guys can all see, there's a couple different ways to do this. Alright, 3 plus 5 equals 8, and so is 4 plus 4. Different ways to do stuff. Alright, 10, 10, 10, 19 it looks like. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that 10, 10, 10, 19. Now, sudo net discover is really good when you have more than one IP address. The mmap scan can take a while. Okay. You can also filter this off into, like, you could save this off into a file and then use that file for your mmap scan, which is really nice. I believe I show that in BlackBox3. I believe I do, BlackBox3 or 1. If I don't, I'll definitely do it in BlackBox2 whenever that gets uploaded, which should be the next coming weeks. So whenever I do that one, I will definitely show you guys how to save that into a file, grep that file to delete everything except for the IP addresses. Go into there, delete your IP address, and go from there. But kids are still awake, so they're having a blast. So I was 10.10.10.19. We'll go ahead and enter, and we see immediately we have port 21's open. So let's go ahead and do an mmap scan against that. 4.10.10.10.19. Oh, look at you. That's silly. Alright, so we got into here, right? And it does say that anonymous login is allowed. So let's go ahead and start with that. While I'm doing that, going through that anonymous login, there's a lot of stuff in there. Let's go ahead and also do a dir search on there. Alright. And we'll also go ahead and just real quick, just do a telnet into 10.10.10.19. Just do a banner grab, see if it says anything. Port 22. It doesn't give us any information. Okay. That is fine. No information in the banner grab. And we're doing our dir search. We can also throw a Nicto scan in there. See if it's vulnerable to heartbleed, whatever else. 10.10.10.19. So we're good with that. Alright, so let's start with this FTP server now here though. FTP into 10.10.10.19. Anonymous. No password and LSHack LA, and we have all this. Alright, actually, let me make sure that we are... Okay, I'm in the folder. Because whatever folder you're in, whenever you pull everything down, it's going to be in there. So if you stayed in the root folder, it's all going to get pulled out of the root. So I like to make sure I am in the correct folder for that. So go ahead and do an mgit, star.star. Now there's a way to also be able to do it where it doesn't ask you any questions. I always forget how to do that. When it won't ask you every single time, I just hit enter. And then it did not download the admin one because that one's a hidden one. So that one tells me that this is probably going to be more information in here. So this is definitely something I want to look at, like right there, because that one's hidden. Let's go ahead and get that also. And we'll exit out here. Oh, I don't think I got the... Yeah, I did get the welcome message. I may have not actually gotten the @users. Let me go back into there. FTP 10.10.19. And let's go ahead and get that guy also. Before I exit out, let's make sure I got everything. Okay, so we have our welcome message. We have all of our zip files, @admins and @users. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and exit out here. And we'll first we'll cat the .admins. And we have this. So let's go ahead and echo that into a base 64 probably. Echo into base 64. And we'll decode that. Hi admins, be careful with your keys. Spelled careful wrong. Find them in your name.zip. The passwords are the old ones, okay? So hopefully someone hasn't changed the password yet. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and check out that @users, and we'll also check out that welcome message. So let's go ahead and cat that guy. Hi users, be careful with your keys. Find them in that. The passwords are the old ones. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do a cat welcome message. Welcome, archive user, blank, little comment that. So when I very first saw this, I thought to myself, ooh, I wonder if I could put something in the FTP server and maybe mess with this, like right here. I didn't even try it. That's something, if you want to try that on your own, you can try it, because I did find something else. So we have all this up here, right, all these different zip files. We do want to start to crack those. So fcrack. Woo, excuse me. So we're going to fcrack.zip. All right. With this is our password list, like right here. All right. We are trying to unzip it, and we're using a dictionary attack, which is user share wordless rocky.txt. That's our dictionary attack, right? And then we're also doing a verbose attack, and we're going to start to try to crack these guys. So let's start with Anna, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy this because we are going to do this many, many times. So we'll start with Anna, and then we'll do a Control-Shift-O, and we'll go to Ariel. All right. We'll go to, let's say, Bud. We will go to Catherine, it looks like. Oh, Catherine actually has a password. Okay, so we can go ahead and look at that. Let's go ahead and look at hers. So we can unzip Catherine.zip, and her password is Catwoman. So go ahead and do that. Attack LA, and we now have an IDRSA. I'm going to go ahead and change that name. I'll move IDRSA to Catherine IDRSA. Alright. And let's keep working our way down. So we have Catherine. Let's go ahead and do, who else do we have here? We have Catherine Homer. You saw how quick that cracked it also. Fcrack is very, very fast. We have, that's not going to work. That's what that's going to do. Alright, so we have Homer, we have Jessica, John, Marge, Jessica. Alright, we have John, Marge. I was kind of working my way around these boxes here just to keep this going, keep on trying to crack different stuff. Miriam. We have Tom, and I'm also going to take a look at this guy over here, see if we found anything. We have Tom, and we did find a password over there. Okay, let's try one more. We have Zaltan. Alright, so we also found a Tom, right? Let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, and we'll go ahead and unzip Tom.zip. There we go. Attack LA. Oh, I hear you, bud. Alright, we got another IDRSA, so let's go ahead and move IDRSA into Tom IDRSA. Because now we have Catherine and Tom's, right? I'm just going to start with Tom. We'll let's say check I, Tom, IDRSA. And that's going to be Tom at 10.10.10. I don't remember the IP address, 19 I believe it was. Alright, cool. So we are now in with Tom. We guess we can exit out of all these other guys. Exit. Exit, 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 and we're in with Tom, so I don't really need to see if we got Heartbleed's attacks. Don't really need to go anywhere else. The only thing that looks like we have is an icon small in here. We do have a robot.txt in here. We can always just go check that out, see if we can find anything else out. So let's go ahead and go to 10.10.10.19/robots.txt. Disallow logs. Disallow logs is a directory, so we can't log. I don't know, MySQL. Well, we're not going to get very far with that guy now, are we? Because just disallow logs, that's a directory. So we need to figure out what's in logs first. So that's all finished. We did find this password. We could also try to use that password for SSH. That was the first thing I tried. I'll let you like right now, it does not work for Tom. That just password only works to unzip it. And remember, they did say that this is their old password. So Tom, he did not keep his old password as his new password. Good job, Tom. Okay. So now we're here, all right? Let's go ahead and do an attack LA. And we see all this stuff in here. Okay, let's see if there's any more users. CD to home. And we get an rbash CD restricted. Okay, we might be able to break out of that. There's plenty of ways to break out of rbash restricted. All right, it does have a Python 3. We might be able to use that. We also might be able to use Perl. I do have a, let me go ahead and cat my scripts. Should be, no, breakout, let me see here. Escape rbash, restricted shell, rbash.txt. So I do have quite a few things in here. I'm just going to try the Perl one like real quick. We'll try that guy. Alright, and CD back. cd/home. Cool. All right, so now we at least escaped that RBASH restriction, right? Now, when I first did this, I threw limpies at it, and I saw that you could do a Docker. And I was like, oh, okay. But Dockers are kind of a pain, I feel like. But the very first thing I did, I went cd mount. There's nothing in here. So I could do a Docker, and I can't make a directory /root, which is, as far as I know, something that Docker needs. Let me see here. Do I have it in mind? I may have just messed it up. That may have been one of the privilege escalation ways. But, alright, so I probably could have put something in here, whereas it worked. I have done mounts before. I've had them work before. For this one, I just could not get it to work. So then I realized that the owner of MySQL history is Tom, and Bash history is Tom. It looks like I can read and write those. So let's go ahead and look at cat.bash history. All right. Am I in the wrong directory? Oh, yes, I am. Let's cd to home, cd into Tom. Alright, and here's a little bash history for us, but it looks like it's just our history, like right here. That's not really helping us either. Alright, so then I saw this MySQL history. I was like, huh. Didn't see MySQL server. I wasn't really looking for one very hard. But then I also saw this is also owned by Tom. And I was like, I don't think that's normal. I'm going to go ahead and go into my home folder. I mean, it might be owned by me just because, you know, I'm root on here. But like MySQL history, okay, yeah, it was read by Callie. It just felt weird to me that MySQL history was on there. Bash history, yeah, I could read it. Okay. Actually, cat MySQL history. Yes, I can. Okay, cool. So I can actually cat it too. All right. Didn't know that. Didn't know I could do that. I thought that was weird to me, and so I went ahead and catted MySQL history because I didn't have really anywhere else to go. I was kind of stuck here. So let's go ahead and cat MySQL history. All right, and as we can see, we do get some type of SQL history. We haven't been in SQL yet, so we know it's not us. So that's some good information, like right there. And I also see Tom, like right here. I keep getting the 040. So I'm going to go with the 040 is not something that we want to look at. And I'm going to go with that as a password, because that's really weird just to have afterwards. So from here I decide, okay, cool, let's grab that, do a sudo tac l, see what I'm allowed to run, and throw in that guy for the password. And I can run everything. It's like, huh, alright. So from here I decided to just do a sudo su, and all of a sudden I was root. Okay, so cd/root. So don't ever forget to look at the bash history and MySQL history. Alright, don't ever forget to look at those. And then we go ahead and cat our flag.txt. And that is FunBox2. Alright. Not nearly as many rabbit holes as FunBox3. Still a really good one, though. Still really good to do. So I had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, that's about it.